Shitopolis. That's a thing I think indie devs face a lot is choosing whether to learn a new skill to do it yourself or outsourcing it to somebody else. Because typically, lowly indies, I guess, whatever you want to call them, typically don't have large amounts of money to spend on their games. So it's probably a hard decision to choose whether to learn how to 3D model or to hire somebody else to do it. Is it worth the time investment to try and pick up that skill so you can do it yourself for supposedly free, or getting somebody else to do it but paying some money?
Yeah, it could possibly factor in like maybe the developer has a very strong vision and they don't want to compromise on that, so they're just determined to do everything themselves. But is that going to work out, or you gotta think about if that's going to do the job and get the game done. And I mean, at the end of the day, you got to sell it, right? Or you got to not every game's for sale, but it is a market. You got to think about that part of it too.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of devs have ambitions of selling their game and making a profit. But even if you learn how to do 3D modeling, for example, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll know how to do it extremely well or even to the caliber you want. That might even take more time learning on top of the basics of the skill, learning the ins and outs so you can perform or execute the vision you have for the game. So, yeah. Indie Dev Talk concluded. There we go.
Okay.
Carecast episode 7 done.
Some free advice.
Well, did we advise what to do or just advise to think about
it? I guess, yeah, that's pretty shitty advice.
I guess I'd say if you don't have the skills but you do have the money, it might be worth trying to find a contract worker to do the job, because they're probably really good at what they do, and you're also just supporting another fellow starving artist, if you will. Plus, that takes the load off of you having to be a musician and an artist and a programmer and a writer and this, that, and the other thing. I know the meme, not like funny meme, but just meme as a repeated phrase, is to like, you gotta wear a lot of different hats in game development, which I guess is true if you want to do everything yourself, but nobody's forcing you to unless you're dead set on spending $0 on other people working on your game, or you're just so miserly that you don't want other people interfering in your creation and you just have to have absolute control over everything.
Right. It's important to let go a little bit sometimes and let other people come in and put their ingredients in the stew, and then maybe it'll turn out even better than you thought it could be, if you just let somebody else try their hand at it.
Yeah, I could see that, because what you might think is a really cool game idea and you're even working on it, maybe getting close to being done, but if you got an outside opinion, you might find out that your idea is actually stupid, but it never occurred to you because you always thought it was awesome. Sure, you have to pay them, but it might be worth it in the long run. It might be worth however much you have to pay the contract workers. So, D's nuts, and yeah, we'll check out the third game. Unless you had an indie dev topic you wanted to talk about right now.
Well, let me jump off of your point and just start my long discussion about... No, I'm just kidding.
Should your game have anal sex in it? You have a pro and con anal sex team in a debate club. Well, it stands out on Itch.io because it's so not the norm. Or maybe it is, I don't know. I don't go searching for that on Itch.io, so there might be a treasure trove of anal sex games or sex games. I know of a few just because I like to meme a lot, and I find them on Steam too, and it's forever cursed my Steam recommendations. But typically what you see on the front page of Itch.io and what you find in regular searches is games that don't feature any sexual content. But now you got Cyberpunk, where you're fucking robots left and right and shit. You got Mass Effect remake, you're probably fucking aliens and robots and shit. Everybody's fucking. So what the fuck does it matter? Anal sex, I mean, that's it? Yeah. That's all your game has? Wow, bro. Pretty tame.
Yeah, I really should have a little bit more in there.
Can you anally bang a robot in Mass Effect?
Oh, I wish. I think it's awesome. I like that developer who made that succubus game. I think it's awesome that they don't have any holdups or hangups about that sort of stuff. They just put those games up there, and I think that's good.
Mm-hmm. They're unabashed in what they want their games to be, so more power to them. And that's not to say there isn't an audience for it. The devs
Sure.
probably made millions in sales already, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not downplaying sex in games, I'm just saying it's there. And it's
Yeah.
becoming
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
prevalent as time goes on. Remember when hot coffee was like so controversial in GTA? It's like, oh my god,
Yes.
oh my god, bro, it's the end of the world.
Yeah. It was on the news and shit.
Yeah. And it barely shows anything, and it's like shitty polygon people fucking. It's like, wow.
Right. Yeah. It's just terrible.
And then maybe just 10 years, 15 years later, you got Cyberpunk 20 whatever with fucking 4K fucking on your screen. Oh shit, that should be a thing. Porn studios? Is that a thing? Porn studios should
Mhm.
make video games if they don't already.
Hmm.
They like mocap up the people during a sex scene and then give
Uh-huh.
that data over to the animators for a video game. And
Oh, there
just
you go.
add it to the
Yeah.
game.
That couldn't be any worse than what they have in like Mass Effect anyway. Like it'll be improve it if anything.
God, I know it's not in there because it's only 1 through 3, but I just imagine that chick from Andromeda with her just blank fucking expression getting boned from behind and just like having that stone cold stare of nothing. Just like, yep, I exist with my
Yeah,
weird face.
it's funny to think about.
Well, did Andromeda have sex in it?
I have no idea. I never played it. I don't know too much about it.
Or did the budget cuts forbid it?
Good question. I feel like people would be really angry if it didn't have sex in it because that was like Mass Effect's thing from the beginning. So it probably did.
You got the one dude who just looks forward to that part only. Fuck the combat, fuck the story, fuck the graphics.
Yeah, I mean, there's people out there for sure. Like when I play those games, I did not give a shit about that sort of stuff. But, and the thing is, I could have I like enjoying characters and their interactions, but I just did not care about the Mass Effect characters in that way. I still like the games a lot. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I did not give a shit about that stuff.
It's like it being there or not being there isn't going to break it for you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I really could not care less.
It always makes me think of Fallout and why that series never had anything spicy. It had the skimpy outfits that the NPCs wear, sure, and if you sleep with a hooker, it'll make some sex sounds, but it's always set to a black screen. No nudity is ever shown. And I wonder why, because Fallout New Vegas came out around the same time as Mass Effect, and Fallout 4 came out in 2015, and I'm sure there were sex games with sex released by then, so I wonder if Fallout's trying to keep this air of purity about it and not showing any boobs or any dicks in the game. Because it has no problem showing everything else, like decapitations and head explosions and punches to the dick.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. And graphic sex with the robot scene that we saw.
Oh, yeah. Fisto.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a perfect example. It fades to black. You hear just a sound, and your mind just gathers from that Fisto fisted your asshole. And honestly, that's all you probably need. You don't need an in-depth anal fisting scene with a robot, but
Yeah.
maybe you're cutting short the people who want to see that, or just who want to see sex between you then and an NPC partner you get, because they make a big deal about partners in Fallout 4 where you can do actions that make them like or dislike you more, and you build up this reputation point system with them, and at the end they are just madly falling in love with you, and you're basically like married. And when you sleep with them, it's like you're sleeping with them, but you're not sleeping with them because nothing's being shown. It's all just inferred. So it's like wow, bro. Fallout 5, can we get dicks and tits in there?
Finally, geez, we need that. We need that stuff to stay current with the current gaming scene.
Well, yeah, I guess if you want to keep up with the Joneses like Cyberpunk, but if you want dicks and boobs in your Fallout, you don't have to wait another second. Just go to the Fallout forums, Nexus, whatever, and download your mods.
That's true. Yeah, I guess they realize that. They're like, you know what? We don't have to bother. We're just gonna put it in there anyway.
Yeah, why should we do all the hard work of modeling boobs and dicks when
Yeah,
our fans will gladly do it for free?
yeah, and 10 times better than we ever could. So.
Damn, that's smart AF. Damn, Todd Howard
Really
is a
is.
genius.
He really is.
He just went to the committee table and was like, guys, no dicks, no tits, no asses. We ain't doing that shit. Fallout 5? There is no game. The fans create their own game and spread it around.
Yeah. The first crowd developed game.
Yeah. Well, Fallout 76 got pretty close to that.
Oh, that's true.
Can't wait for Fallout 77.
I know. Still gotta play the other 60 Fallouts.
Yeah, Fallout 69 was pretty good.
Yeah.
Which you think would have had boobs and all that, but it didn't. It's like, bro, it's 69. How can you not?
I know.
Damn, bro.
I
False
think
advertising much.
we gotta go up someone's ass.
I got back to my stream as soon as you were saying that. Oh, is that what happens in Toy Story 4?
I think so, yeah. I never saw it, but no, actually that was Toy Story 4.
Oh, damn. We need to write a screenplay for that for Disaster School.
Oh, yeah.
Woody and Buzz get shoved up someone's butt.